Hey everybody, so the last few MREs that I reviewed on this channel were from Eastern Europe and Russia, so I thought we'd take a break from that for a while and come all the way around the world to try a Canadian MRE. And of course, it doesn't get any more Canadian than Poutine. This one was made in 2019, and we're going to check it out right now on Kitbashed Survival. So yeah, like I've said in other videos, I've got a bunch of MREs from all over the world that I'm trying to get through before they go bad. This is one of the older ones that I have, being from 2019, so as of right now, December 2022, it's 3 years old, so hopefully it's still good. Now, up until 2020, I believe, the Canadian MREs came in this sort of brown paper bag setup, which I think is really unique and actually kind of adorable. It looks like something your mom would send you to school with back in the day. You know, brown bag lunch. Of course, on the back, it's got the most important thing, like us on Facebook. Yeah, it's a really attractive packaging. Now, in 2020, they changed that to this. It's a more modern setup. It's got a resealable top, and it's no longer made of that brown paper bag stuff. But of course, it still has the Facebook thing on there. And then on the back, it's got the nutritional info. We'll be checking this out in a later video. This one is from 2020. Anyway, for right now, we're going to be brown bagging it with the Poutine, so let's get started. Kind of tore the opening a little bit, but there it is. Let's see what we've got. Oh, there's a dessert portion, I can see that. Sliced pears. Got a Mars bar. Wow, it's not just freeze-dried coffee, it's Nescafe Sweet and Creamy. That's awesome. Peanut butter and banana trail mix. Raspberry jam. Got some Tic Tacs, that's cute. Alright, what do we got here? Tortillas. Peanut butter. 2 packets of fruit punch. Wild berry yogurt drink mix. Wow. I bet that's good. Beverage bag. Got some napkins. The all-important spork. Got a little compact towel. These are the ones you get wet and they expand. A book of matches. And the all-important entree, poutine. And for those of you who don't know, of course, poutine is a Canadian specialty. It's French fries with cheese curds and brown gravy on top. It originated in Quebec, I believe. I've had it before. It's good when it's fresh. Now, I'm not sure what shelf-stable poutine is going to be like, but we're going to find out. Oh, almost forgot. It was way back in there, but we've got some Tabasco sauce. Very cool. So this is actually the first time I've ever unpacked a Canadian MRE for myself, and it's interesting seeing the similarities it has to a US MRE. The US and Canada are close allies, of course, and so it only makes sense that the MREs would have some similarities, not only from a military standpoint, but also from a culinary standpoint, because we share a common palate, and generally speaking, what Canadians find appetizing, we find appetizing, and vice versa. So everything you see here could just as easily be in a US MRE. And although I think most of the stuff is made in Canada, some of the stuff is made here. So for example, the raspberry jam and the peanut butter, those are made by Thermopack, which is in Stone Mountain, Georgia, which is about an hour away from me on the other side of Atlanta. And Thermopack makes stuff for the US MREs. And also the tortillas are made by the Warnick Company in Ohio, who also manufactures stuff for US MREs. Now you'll notice that even on the stuff that's made here in the States, the French is very prominent, and that is not by accident. My girlfriend works for a company that, although they're based in the US, they have an office up in the province of Quebec, and she's always telling me about all the hoops they have to jump through to do business in Canada and specifically Quebec. Now, I don't know about the whole of Canada. Maybe one of my Canadian viewers can chime in, but I know that in Quebec they have very strict laws that are intended to protect the French language and make sure that French is the primary language. And one of those laws is that if you're going to sell something in Canada, the French has to be just as prominent as the English, if not more. And so you'll notice that's the case here, just as prominent as the English. In fact, on these, I would say it's more prominent because it's more centered. But yeah, that is very much by design and by law. The only exceptions are these small items, like the Tabasco is made here in the States, although it's packaged in Japan, which is weird. But that's entirely in English. And then the matches are made here in the States, but there's no French on there. But then again, there's very little print on there to begin with. So maybe there's some sort of loophole for small items like condiments and so forth. But for the most part, anything you sell in Canada and specifically in Quebec, you have to have the French at least as prominent as the English. And again, I don't know if that's just for Quebec or the entirety of Canada. I know Quebec has a lot stricter laws about French than the rest of Canada. But like I said, maybe one of my Canadian viewers can chime in and give us some of the details. All right, let's give this stuff a try. Start off by heating up some water for some coffee. Kind of excited about this. I'm hoping it'll be good. Got some powder going on. Okay, spread bottom of pouch and add cold water to the line. Okay. Got a little gusset down here. Zip tight and shake vigorously. Ooh, that looks good. By the way, I know the napkin over here can be used as TP, but I'm using it as a napkin today. All right, let's give this yogurt stuff a try. Ooh, that's pretty good. It's exactly what I thought it would be like. It's like a sort of blackberry, I guess wild berry in this case, yogurt drink. It's not as thick as yogurt, but it's thicker than, you know, water or something like that. Very drinkable, pretty sweet, but it's got a nice flavor to it. The only thing I'd do differently if I was doing it again would be to use ice cold water. That would be nice and refreshingly cold, but even with room temperature water, it's pretty darn good. All right. I bet this is going to be good too. It's not just coffee, but coffee and cream and sugar. Kind of reminds me of that Vietnamese coffee you can get that's the 3-in-1 stuff. They sell it at my local Asian farmers market. It's really good. Oh, the kitties are circling. They know something's going on. And there's not a lot of meat here, so they probably won't be too aggressive, but we'll see. There that is. Ooh, that smells good. I'm going to let that cool down for a moment. And we'll empty out the main entrees here. So we've got sliced pears. Heating instructions not applicable to fruit. You can cook this if you want. Now, they don't give you an FRH with this MRE, so if you're going to heat it up, you're going to have to do it on your own. Place unopened pouch in pot of boiling water. Return water to boil for 5 minutes. Remove pouch, open it notches, and serve. I wonder if I should heat this up or not. Poutine. Ooh, Baxter's. They got the same cooking instructions here. So You know what? I'm going to heat these up. So bring up our stove and put some water in there. This is probably a little too small for this, but we'll be okay. This stuff boiling in no time. And while that's working, we'll try some of this other stuff. The peanut butter and banana trail mix. Banana chips. Help this out. Yeah, so bananas, M&Ms, and coconut. Let's see if it's still good. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's quite good. Let's try a combo bite. We'll do like that. Get a little bit of everything. It's quite good. Alright, let's give some of this coffee a try. Oh yeah, that's delicious. It's like a perfect 3-in-1. Nothing to complain about there. And then we've got our tortillas. American tortillas. Oop, I tore them. Oh, here's a piece of the tortilla. Try that. Oh yeah, that's still good. Perfectly fine. So with the tortillas, I'm going to use the peanut butter and jelly. Alright, this water's just about boiling, so I'm going to set this in here and some hot fruit too. I'll just have to rotate them around in there to make sure they all get plenty of heat. Alright, while that's going, we'll try some peanut butter and raspberry jam. Peanut butter. Oh yeah, perfectly good. And we'll try some of the jam. Maybe. There it is. Oh yeah. I'm gonna rotate this around a little bit. Need a bit of jam. Kind of roll that up. See how that does. That's great. I like that raspberry jam. I'm normally a grape jam kind of person, but this raspberry jam is right on. That was delicious. I'm gonna have some more in a minute. But let's check our entrees. Got some more coffee. Oh yeah, that coffee's fantastic. Last thing I want to do while we're waiting for this is mix up some of this fruit drink, but I guess we'll use this pouch. That's what you're supposed to do at least. So add contents to beverage bag and mix with 250 mils of water. So, fruit punch mix. Here's what it looks like. Kind of looks like Kool-Aid or what have you. Oop, I overfilled it just a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, here's Chessie. Chessie, what are you doing? There's Chessie. He's investigating. What's going on up here? Is there anything for me? All right, Jesse, I got to get you off. There's hot water here. All right. So first we'll empty out our hot pears. And there they are. Now, I don't think the pears were supposed to be heated up, but I went ahead and did it anyway just because I thought some hot fruit would be interesting. But you could probably just as easily not heat it up. I mean, the instructions said that they didn't apply to fruit, but I went ahead and did it anyway. Oh, gotta cut this open with a scissors or knife. All right. And there's the main event, the poutine. That's not all of it, but we'll get to the rest later. Let those cool down for a moment. And we'll try our fruit beverage. There it is. Give it a try. Oh yeah, it's like red Gatorade. Very sweet, but really good. Man, that is some good coffee, I gotta tell you. My only complaint so far is that they don't give you a lot of peanut butter and jelly, and so I don't think there's really enough for the tortillas here, but maybe you're supposed to put the poutine in the tortilla. I don't know. I've never seen poutine eaten in a tortilla, but I suppose it's within the realm of possibility. That's the American way to eat poutine. All right. Try the last of the PB&J on tortilla. Yeah, that just goes so well together. That's a great combo. And yeah, I know PB&J is a great combo already, but the raspberry with the peanut butter and the tortillas, it all goes great together. Alrighty. Probably shouldn't have heated up the pears, but oh well. Hindsight's 20/20. We'll try them. There's one of the pear slices. I take that back. I'm glad I heated it up. It's delicious hot. I'm sure it would be just as good cold, but I actually like it hot. I like my pears like I like my women. Hot and wet. Oh yeah. These are great. They're sweet, not too sweet. Really good pear flavor coming out. It's just like canned pears. A little softer, but very similar to canned pears. Probably a little cleaner to eat this out of the retort pouch, but oh well. All right, now here comes the moment of truth. I like poutine. Shelf-stable poutine. I have to admit, I'm a little bit weary about this. So it looks like there's chicken in here, which is interesting. Or is this the cheese curds? There's a cheese curd, I think. There's the potatoes, or the fries. So I'm going to try one of the potatoes first. It's good. It's kind of like almost like mashed potatoes. Kind of like a soggy French fry, but it's warm. So it's good, and it's got all the gravy. So the potato was good. Is this cheese curd or chicken? You know what? There's a way to find out. Yeah, if I just look at the ingredients, white chicken meat. So it's got cheese curds and white chicken meat. Okay, I'm going to try this all together in one big bite. So get a little chicken, a little cheese curd, and some potatoes and some gravy. Get it all together in one big bite without making a mess. See how it does. There it is. down the hatch. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is delicious, folks. Total surprise. I was thinking, how can they do shelf-stable poutine? This is absolutely delicious. You know what it's like? It's like chicken stew with cheese curds in there. You got your potatoes and your chicken and your cheese curds and gravy. I mean, it's like a pot pie or something like that. Boy, this is fantastic. Man, that is amazing. Total shocker. I was so not looking forward to this. I'm going to eat every last bit of this. This is fantastic. Wow. Well done. Who would have thought shelf-stable poutine would be so good? Now, to be clear, it's not like regular poutine you'd get in a restaurant, because there you have the French fries and there's a little bit of crispiness to them still, but I can't get over how good this is. I mean, if you were going to give this to somebody who had never had poutine and was a little scared of the word, you could just say it's chicken stew with cheese and they would probably be fine with it. So I'm going to try putting some of the poutine on the tortilla and see what that's like. A little poutine taco. It's an abomination. Let's see how it does. Yeah, that's good, but I'd rather eat it without the tortillas. And maybe at the end, I'll just use the tortillas to mop up the gravy. Let's pour the rest of it out. The pears are yummy as well. They pair nicely with the poutine. Mop up some of that gravy with the tortilla. See how that goes. That's how I would do it with the tortillas. I would just use them to mop up the gravy afterwards. You know, that was so good that I completely forgot to use the Tabasco, but in my opinion, it doesn't even need it. It's that good. I'm already full and we haven't even gotten to dessert. We got our Tic Tacs and our Mars bar. There that is. I mean, what can I say? It's a Mars bar. Since I'm not using these matches to burn TP or to smoke or anything like that, I'm just going to keep these and put these in my supplies. And finally, we've got our little towel. That's cool. It's got a maple leaf on it. I'll dip it in some water. I kind of like that they have these compact towels in here. That's neat. I've never seen these in an MRE before. And lastly, we've got our Tic Tacs. Perfect end to a great meal. There. Wow, so that was great. I totally wasn't expecting much from this MRE, and it completely surprised me. Everything in it was great. I really can't find fault with anything. And now that I've done this one, I'm kind of excited about the next Canadian MRE. So yeah, that's going to do it for now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. For now, that's it. I'm Eric Siegel. This is Kit Bashed Survival. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.